Hola clase, en esta lección vamos a hablar sobre los complementos indirectos. Hello, today we're going to be learning about indirect object pronouns. So what is the indirect object? The indirect object tells to whom or for whom the action of the verb is performed. So if we take a look at these two sentences, one will have the direct object, the indirect object at the end of the sentence, and the second one will have it right after the verb. So Anna is your subject, gives is your verb, and then the direct object is the book. The indirect object is to Juan. And then on the second sentence, Anna is your subject, gives is your verb, Juan is your indirect object, and the book is the direct object. All we did was switch it around, and it still will make sense. So what is the indirect object pronoun? Again, in Spanish and in English. So we're going to look at the English first. So the indirect object pronouns is when you replace words with me, you, it, her, him, us, or them. So Anna gives Juan the book. They buy Lupe a gift. And if you notice, the indirect object is replaced, just like in the first sentence. Okay, so they buy her a gift. Now let's take a look at some practice exercises. Underline the indirect object in each sentence below. So let's take a look at the first one. ¿Quién tiene el libro para Juan? Who has the book for Juan? So anytime you have to whom something is for, that will indicate an indirect object. So in this case, it's going to be para Juan. Luisa no compra las plumas para mí. So Luisa does not buy pens for me. So again, who is this for? This is for me. Yo escribo la carta a mis amigos. I write the letter for my friends or to my friends. So in this case, it's going to be to or it can be for. So it's going to be a mis amigos. Ellos leen el libro a los muchachos. They read the book to the boys. So who are we doing this action for? We're doing it for the boys. Nosotros lavamos la ropa para ustedes. So we wash the clothes for you in the plural formal form. So who are we doing this action for? Para ustedes. Okay, so it's super easy. Just look for the key words. Para is one, and then if you notice, a. So after these, para or a, if you see any people, that's an indication that you are working with an indirect object. Okay, now let's take a look at them in Español. So what are indirect objects in Spanish? Me is going to be yo, for me, or to me. Te is tú, for you, to you. Le is either for él or ella. Nos is going to be for us, nosotros. Os, that's the one for Spain. We just want you to know about it. Les is ellos or ellas, for them or to them. And remember that these pronouns can be used just like with the verb gustar. So whenever you express that you like something, you can say me gusta, te gusta, le gusta. So you just add these pronouns before the gustar, drop the R, and then say what you like. If it's plural, you'll have to add an N after the A in gusta. Okay, so vamos a practicar un poco más. We're going to change the following people to their indirect object pronouns. So just like what we did last week with direct objects, we're going to do the same thing with indirect objects. Ellos will turn into les. Él will turn into le. Nosotros would be nos. Yo would be me. Tú would be te. La chica, le. Juan y Paco, their third person plural, les. Elisa, le. Felipe, le. And then Ana y yo, so it's going to be nosotros, would be nos. Okay, not too bad. It follows the same pattern as the 6-plan format that we work with subject pronouns. So indirect object pronouns always go in front of the verb. So, ¿quién tiene el libro para Juan? Who has the book for Juan? So let's take a look at what it would look like in Spanish with a pronoun. So you take off the para, Juan, you replace it with le, and then you place it before the conjugated verb, just like in direct objects. So Luisa no compra las plumas para mí. So Luisa does not buy pens for me. So para mí is your direct. That returns into me. Replace that with the me and put it before the conjugated verb. And then you have Luisa no me compra las plumas. Okay, the next one. Yo escribo la carta a mis amigos. I write the letter to my friends. So a mis amigos is going to be your indirect. And then you're going to have les. The les will be before the conjugated verb, and then it turns into yo les escribo la carta. Okay, the next one. Ellos leen el libro a nosotros. They read the book to us. To us is going to be your indirect, which is going to then turn into nos. Place it before the conjugated verb, and then you have ellos nos leen el libro. All right, and then the last one here, nosotros lavamos la ropa para ti. Para ti is going to be the indirect because you're saying something for someone. And it becomes te. Te will be before the conjugated verb. And then it turns into nosotros te lavamos la ropa. Voila. And then you have it there. Pretty easy. All right. On your own, I want you to rewrite each sentence, changing the indirect object to its pronoun and put it in its correct spot in the sentence. We'll do the first one together. Ellos compran el billete para mí. Okay, para mí is going to be your indirect, and then it's going to be placed, the me is going to be placed before the conjugated verb. Ellos me compran el billete. And then that's how it's going to work. So if you look at it again, ellos compran el billete para mí. They buy the ticket for me. Para mí is your indirect. It turns into me. You place it before the conjugated verb, and then it turns into that. All right, good luck, suerte, and we'll talk about this together as a class. So go ahead and complete 2 through 6 on your own.